Welcome to Cyber Showcase Podcast. We're rebranded. We're all new. We're going to be covering more into what we love of hip-hop music.
Yeah, we're going to incorporate more music. If you guys didn't know this before, we didn't really cover it. We said we were going to, but a lot of crazy stuff's happened. Like a couple things we're going to talk about. First of all, if you're new to the show, I'm Mickey.
I'm Brandon.
And basically, we're just changing everything. We're going to do movie reviews, TV shows, obviously, but we're going to cover rap albums. If you didn't like our Facebook page already, which we're going to link at the bottom of the description, we're doing something... we're going to be doing something new called For Your Consideration, which we'll be reviewing classic hip-hop albums and underrated hip-hop albums. Yeah. And new albums coming out. For instance, Dr. Dre's new album is coming out soon, which we'll be talking about shortly.
Yep.
But a lot has happened the past couple weeks. Meek Mill and Drake.
Yep.
First of all, beef in hip hop has gone a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Ja Rule and 50 Cent, right?
Yeah, I think
Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z. Without beef, there is no hip hop, and I feel like we're missing that a lot. Yep. Even when Meek had the Cassidy thing going on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I'm not gonna lie. I re-listened to the Cassidy's. I think Cassidy destroyed him.
I do too.
Like I feel like I was biased because I liked Meek then. Like I still like Meek, but I think he's really arrogant.
Yeah.
I think Cassidy destroyed him.
Yeah. With whatchamacallit. Meek's was called Repo, right?
Yeah.
That one the one that Cassidy did after Repo.
Oh my god, he destroyed him.
Minutes long.
Oh my god, he destroyed him. I can't believe I hated him. Like he killed him.
Yeah, that was Meek. Meek lost that that beef, and I think 95% of the world agrees that Meek's career is not looking so good.
It's hanging by a thread right now, even though he's on tour. I noticed his Twitter followers slowly descending.
His album, when Drake put out back to back, over 3,000 copies of his album got returned to stores.
Actually?
Yep.
Alright, so for those of you that don't know, Meek Mill and Drake are beefing right now.
Yep.
As far as I know, it's done, because after the stupid return that Meek gave, what was the song? Wanna Know. It was terrible. If you guys don't know this, Meek Mill, being the smart guy that he is, instead of confronting Drake like a normal person would, decided to put him on blast on Twitter, claiming that Drake does not write his own lyrics. There was a reference track by a rapper in Canada by the name of Quentin Miller, that's a part of his crew.
Drake's crew.
Yeah. Was it Rico?
No, it was
Rico, or was it?
He found out that
like the 6.
Yeah, it was Know Yourself.
Yeah,
that was the one that everyone started hearing.
Yeah,
but yeah, that Meek brought up that Rico was ghostwritten, and then that reference track came out for Know Yourself.
And then it's like Quentin Miller came out and talked about it, and I saw 40. Shout out to 40. I love it. Like 40.
He's such an awesome guy.
Drake's team is so awesome. Like honestly, dude. Like
he surrounds himself with
himself with the best and most positive people. They always stick up for him. Like that's the best thing, especially like how popular and much of an icon he is. 40's tweets to him, like he just like I've known Drake for like 15-20 years. Drake's always wrote his own lyrics. I can personally vouch for this man. And then other people come into his thing from OVO. Like I was so happy. I was like, this is what I like to see. And then Drake dropped Charged Up.
Yep.
Which is okay.
It was it had some good lines.
It wasn't
people. I found that people who were hating on it were people that didn't like Drake, first off, and they didn't understand it. They're like, it's soft, blah, blah. It wasn't soft. Drake was making a point, because Meek Mill is always like, Meek Mill, he's always like that in his songs. So he's like, the song's called Charged Up, and it was just kind of like a mellow beat, and Drake was very mellow, but the lyrics were very good.
I feel like, as far as a diss track, it wasn't strictly towards Meek. I felt like it was hip hop in general.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about how like people are copycatting him and stuff. And then 4 days later, nothing happened. And then Drake's like, and then what's it called? I think that's when he released
back to back
the reference track.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this like listen to this, blah blah blah. And that's what Quentin. Shout out to Quentin, like he's famous now. Just because of this, he's gonna get like even more radio plays now.
Yeah.
And then we get back to back freestyle.
Just quickly, Quentin Miller, the guy that Meek Mill accused writing Drake songs, he put out a huge thing, and he was just like, basically, he was just like, my reference tracks, which were out before Drake's songs, they sound similar because we worked together in the studio.
He gave him a song
albums.
credit too.
Yeah, and Quentin Miller is credited as a writer on that song. That's not ghostwriting.
Yeah, exactly.
Drake could have put written by Quentin Miller. And that was it.
Which is hilarious because the intro track of Meek Mill's album, he does not credit Tory Lanez, a Toronto rapper.
Yeah.
Which he should have done.
Yep.
Which he wrote his own chorus for, but he does not credit him even on the album.
Yep.
Which is complete bullshit, so I don't even know how he could call out Quentin Miller for that. But yeah, back-to-back freestyle.
Oh my god.
We're gonna put a little bit of this, we're not like live or anything. We're gonna put a little bit of the song over here. I'm obviously gonna change the pitch because I don't want to get sued. Yeah. But just the bars where he talks about, is this a world tour or your girls tour? And everything from then on, he just kills him.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter.
Oh my god.
You getting bodied by a singing N-word?
Oh my god. I was so happy when I heard that. I'm like, 6 God, he got it. And then, did you see that thing with Charlemagne?
Yeah,
where he sent him 6 bottles of Dom Perrier?
Yep.
Or Perrier, sorry. Which is like, really, like, if you don't know this, it's like $200, $300 a bottle.
Yeah, because like, people that know Charlemagne, he is a radio host for a famous like hip hop station, and he's been really critical of Drake throughout his entire career, and he's been really hyping up Meek.
Yeah.
So when this beef started to happen, he was like completely on Meek's side, and then Drake released "Charged Up," and he's like, "That was pretty good." Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm a little impressed.
Yeah.
And then he released back to back and sent Charlemagne bottles, and Charlemagne's like, wow. Meek, you just got destroyed. And then Meek put out his song, and Charlemagne's like,
he gave him Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day.
For those of you who don't know, he does this famous thing called Donkey of the Day, where he basically pokes fun at someone that did something really stupid, or he just doesn't like completely disagrees with. And like, I feel like this was well deserved for Donkey of the Day, because it was terrible.
Yep.
Like, his old mixtapes used to freestyle a lot of stuff. He killed it. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, that's just not Meek Mill.
I have the lyrics up here for all 3 diss tracks. I just want to cover some of the lyrics on here, because some people, and I'm just gonna say, in case you're listening to this, Shaq, I know you said this. I'm not trying to just call out you. I'm not trying to call you out, but Shaq said this. My friend Shaq, our friend Shaq, but many Meek Mill fans were saying this. Lines like, I just want to know if you ain't right that running through this 6 shit. Tell us who was Quentin running through the 6 with. That's a decent line.
That's cool, but...
And then he plays the Quentin Miller track, and it just ruins that line. It's just like, we already know that Quentin helped Drake write that.
He has a writing credit on the album.
He has a writing credit, and why is there a thing that if someone helps you write a song, that's bad? It's not bad at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you see that thing where it's like, this song was created by 12 people. Yeah. This song was created by 5 people. This song is like, it's one of those things. Yeah. The most popular songs in the world have like 5 to 10 people writing them.
It doesn't, all that matters is that the song sounds good and you like it. It doesn't matter how many people
I think we're far past that whole ghostwriting thing. Yeah. Dr. Dre doesn't write his own lyrics. Jay-Z, I wholeheartedly think he doesn't write his own lyrics. Yeah. Eminem doesn't write his own lyrics.
What other? This line, people are like, oh, it's so hard. I'm like, that is one of the stupidest lines I've ever heard in my life. We the type of N-words to tie your mother up, F your sister in the butt, and hit your brother up. You really sweet, I call you Buttercup. like,
that was weak.
I've
like,
seen,
you know what that sounds like?
Our friend Shaq said it was a sick line. I've seen Meek fans say it was a sick line. That was a horrible line.
You know what that sounds like? You know when we were in high school, we had like, those battle rap corners.
Yeah.
Like someone, like sure it would be cool because we're high school kids, but you're an adult. That sounds like you're like 12. A 12-year-old could think of something.
And like, F your sister in the butt and hit your brother up. That sounds very homosexual. Like, you're trying to sound hard. It doesn't sound like you're gonna, like, to me that doesn't sound like, hey, yo, I just F'd your sister. No, it sounds like, how's it going, man?
You know what's funny? Me and Brandon just watched like a cartoon parody of this, like the whole Drake. We'll link this also below.
Yeah,
it's on Warstar Hip Hop. It's like Gucci Mane narrating. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
But it's like Drake FaceTimes Meek and he sends dick pics to Nicki Minaj, and Meek Mill saves it on his phone. Oh my god, it's so funny. He's like, why don't you delete him, bro? Oh, delete it for $1 million.
And it's just like it's so bad. Like, why does he always talk about his rolling?
Yeah.
And like the line
rolling on my wrist. You know what it killed me? If Drake's last line was, hold up, wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished and you just killed it with that, I would have literally like got up and like, fucking clapped.
That would have been amazing.
It was so amazing, but if he did that, like Meek Mill would be like clowned on forever.
Yeah. I would have been over. But the line, all I hear is platinum, that, platinum, this. Meanwhile, I'm on the carpet with a platinum chick. I got platinum rolling.
That doesn't mean you sell platinum albums.
Yeah,
that just means you have tour
Drake
money.
sells platinum albums, but he has a good-looking
tour money.
A good-looking watch and a good-looking car. I'd rather be successful in my music than have that. That makes no sense.
His album made $300,000. That's how much he sold. Drake's freaking mixtape sold 500K the first like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
There's no way you're gonna ever sell. Okay, maybe the first one he came close because it was like he's really hyped up.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of crazy singles. But like now, like I'm feeling it's gonna be like the same thing with Kanye because he has so much slack on him. Like his career is gonna go.
I think it's gonna be worse than Kanye. I think it's gonna be like Tyga.
The thing with Kanye is the reason he's arrogant and stuff is the reason people will still listen to him because like he's like artistic and he's like different.
Meek just it was funny before Nicki and Meek were together, like before they were officially announced that together when it was just rumored. They're talking to Nicki. I've seen this radio interview she did, and she said Meek is the modern day DMX. And at the time, I was like, I like Meek. I don't know how I feel about that. Now I completely agree because Meek is just irrelevant. He really is. He's this guy that he has those 1 or 2 songs that are really hard that you like, and that's it. That's what DMX was.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, DMX had really good albums. Like DMX, as far as like his discography, his first couple albums.
Oh yeah, it's better than Meek Mill's for sure.
First couple albums were phenomenal. Like the what was that song? Where he talks to the devil. I forgot what it was, but it was one of the most lyrical songs I've ever heard in my life. It was so good. But I can see the comparison to them, but I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think.
But rest in peace to Meek Mill.
Basically, probably not confirmed or anything, but I saw this thing. It's floating around that she might have broken up with him.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj.
And from what I'm hearing, my sources. I don't really have sources.
This is all rumors. This is the internet.
This is not official or anything. But basically, the story going around is that Meek, when he tweeted that out, she told him to delete the tweet right away. That Drake doesn't do
makes
that.
Sense. Yeah.
Drake is my brother. I know him.
Yeah.
Don't start a beef with my brother. Type thing.
Yeah.
And he just was like, screw you, whatever. And she's like, well, whatever, I love this guy, you know? Well, it'll all work out in the end. Yeah. And Drake did the diss track, and she just kept out of it, and she's like, Meek, don't do a diss track back. And then Drake did another one, and that's when Meek released his, and she just like, you know what, Drake is so close to me, he's a brother to me. If he can't get along with someone that's that close to me, then we can't be together. It's that type of thing. And
that's awkward because they're always hanging out and stuff.
Yeah, and apparently they're going way too fast with their relationship, and like
she's already engaged.
Yeah, and like I think he is just appeasing what she wants. She wants to get married. I saw interviews with him with like Angie Martinez and stuff. He said that she's a legitimate first relationship that's like serious he's ever had. Which makes sense because he's really awkward. You can tell he doesn't want to do anything. I feel like they're at two different aspects of their life. It's like she's really successful right now and she kind of wants to settle down and kind of let things calm down a little bit. He's like, he just wants to chill. Like he's kind of building momentum. Meanwhile, she's had this fame for like quite a long time. And I'm about to drop a diss that's better than the entire Meek Mill diss track. Meek, why are you saying this shit about Drake when you're not even the best rapper in your relationship? Nicki's better than you. Oh my god. It'd be funny. Have you heard Monster? That's like Monster. That was a long time ago. That's like 2010, man. I don't remember her having bars better than that. That's what I'm saying. If you put Meek's bars up against Nicki's Monster verse, it doesn't even come close. He's ever done. I could be wrong. If you guys think I'm wrong, just send me a link to a YouTube or something. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Drake. Won. He won. Yeah, there's no. If you honestly think back to back on its own, let alone Charged Up was a good diss. I don't care what anyone says. Charged Up was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was good. It was good. And Back to Back was one of the best diss tracks we've had in a long time. I agree, yeah. Long time. I think, honestly, it's just like of this era, that, and surprisingly, Lil Wayne diss track of Pusha T. If you haven't heard that, he goes in on Pusha T, and that was when Lil Wayne was the bad Lil Wayne. That was like the one angry, the one good song he had of his entire bad career. I feel like Lil Wayne's getting better. I don't know, I might be wrong, but I haven't heard Free Weezy. I haven't heard it either. Actually, I was really excited for it. And I heard good things though. Yeah, but yeah, Lil Wayne's diss track of Pusha T was really amazing. Like, it starts off F Pusha T and anyone that love him, and that's like, it's so hard. Calls him out right away. Yeah. And then this track's amazing, back to back, and Meek Mill's Wanna Know is by far one of the top 5 worst diss tracks I've ever heard in my life. Horrible. Not one good bar. Not one good bar. There was good bars that were ruined because of like stupid playing that clip shit. Meek, you lost. That was horrible. No good bars. Your shit. I don't know. You know Nicki's ex, like Fat Price, Safari. Yeah. Did you hear his diss track? No. Oh my god! I'll let you listen to it after. It's so funny. Oh my god. It's probably worse than Meek's. Really? It's really bad. I heard Daylight's diss track of Meek was pretty good. I didn't hear that. He's an amazing battle rapper. Yeah. I see his tweet after he finished recording, and he's like, some people say I've never legit won a battle rap, but I just officially won my first industry beef or something like that. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. Like, not like back to back good, but like he's a good on the Absol outro, he destroys him. Yeah. Oh my god. And props to Absol for putting that on, because Absol was still killing it too. Yeah. Like, he's not a battle rapper, but he had bars, man. Yeah. But like most rappers would be like Meek would be insecure to put that. I lost. I can't put that on my album. Yeah. But that's the thing with Meek. He is an insecure little bitch. That's what he is. When his album Dreams and Nightmares first came out, he beefed Wale. Okay, yeah. First of all, your label mate, if he's not tweeting it out, it's not his fault. It's not his Ross job. Didn't tweet it out. Yeah. Your label didn't tweet it out. It's your label's job to do that stuff. It's not Wale's job to market your album. Yeah. Just because he has more followers than you does not mean he has to contribute to your success. If you want to be successful, you create that for yourself. Yeah, and if you listen to like any interview Wale did, Wale's like, yo, shout out to Meek, he's got an album coming out, blah, blah, blah.
He knew he was being an like insecure little bitch.
And like, and then he does this same thing. Like he called out Drake because Drake didn't tweet out his album.
Drake's line, shout out all my bitches wiping N-words.
Yeah.
This is clearly the situation right now. That's so funny.
He is just so insecure that people don't tweet out his album. Like, if your album is good, it will sell.
Exactly. People are gonna word of mouth.
People like Wale. You don't need people like Drake to tweet about your album. Drake has never, ever tweeted about anyone's music other than his own and his label.
First of all, Drake's not even on social media that much.
Yeah. The only time he tweets is like, yo, we're having OVO Fest. Yo, I got some music coming out.
Yo, Party next door.
Party.
Yeah.
Weekend. P-Rain.
Anyone from OVO.
Yeah, anyone from OVO. That's it. He doesn't. Yeah. He's super close with Nicki. He didn't tweet anything about Pink Print.
No.
Did Nicki get mad?
Because he doesn't need to. She still went platinum.
Exactly. Lil Wayne. He doesn't tweet anything about Lil Wayne's music.
No, he still goes gold at least.
Who else is Drake really close with?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. He doesn't tweet anything about Rick Ross music.
Is killing it. Shout out to Rick Ross. Like his albums, like as of late, are getting way better. Ever since like he got out with Nas.
Yeah.
Bars. Some people might not agree with me. Like Anthony Fantano. Like I don't watch his reviews anymore.
That guy's an idiot. He knows nothing about hip hop music.
He's just biased.
He knows nothing about hip hop music. Yeah, so this is a beef to Meek Mill. This is saying Drake won, and a beef to Anthony Fantano. You don't know hip hop music.
Alright, on to our next thing. UFC 190. Now I didn't watch the whole thing, but I didn't have to.
No, you didn't have to.
So 34 seconds. Ronda Rousey beating the shit,
knocking Beth Correia out cold. Ronda Rousey has won fights, many by armbar, as we know her famous armbar. She has won, I believe, 2 fights before this, maybe just one, by knockout or TKO, and the girl wasn't out cold. Like she was out cold.
TKO before.
Yeah, it wasn't like
a couple. It was the first round.
She like got on top of her, like pounding her, and she kind of went limp. And then they stopped the fight, and as soon as Ronda got off, she kind of came to. But no, Beth Correia was out cold.
Oh yeah. First with the left, and then she got her with the right, and she went down.
Right, and she hit her right on the temple, and she.
Let's talk about the anticipation to it.
Oh
she
my
was just
God.
beefing her. And she's like, oh, it's like the famous thing when they're going in for the weigh-ins and they're facing each other. She doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
She's talking.
And you can see
Correia's talking shit. She's like,
her vein.
Yeah.
It was just like popping out, and Ronda literally just looked at her, and she looked so angry. And if people don't know why Ronda was so angry, because I didn't find out until a few days before the fight, basically Betch, I think it's Betch. It's really weird. It's spelled like Beth, but it's pronounced Betch.
It's Brady Batch.
Betch basically said, "I'm gonna take Ronda's belt. I'm gonna be undefeated, and she's not." And
they both had a clean record until
this fight. And Ronda is gonna want to kill herself after the fight.
Whoa!
And Ronda's dad committed suicide.
Why the hell would you say that? Wow.
That's why Ronda was the way she was for that fight.
That's why she was going crazy. I would have beat I would have kept hitting her even if the judge got off me. Wow.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you ever say that?
Cause she's disrespectful, dumb bitch.
Wow. I'd be so mad. At least that fed the fire though.
Yeah. It's just, that was a different Ronda Rousey. Like, skill-wise, it was basically the same Ronda Rousey, except her striking looked better. But intensity-wise, that was
I think that's the best she's ever looked. She looked really fit.
Oh yeah, it was incredible 34 seconds.
Best 34 seconds I've ever had.
Because Ronda is usually not the aggressor in her fight. She lets people come to her and make mistakes.
She likes to be in the puppet master.
Yeah,
she likes seeing where it goes.
She lets people make the mistakes of coming to her. No, she was the aggressor. She ran at her, and Batch even hit her with Batch even hit her with a couple of good punches, and Ron didn't even like flinch.
I think because she was mad, because there's all that adrenaline. She's like, I just want to get this girl down and finish this fight. Let's talk about just her as a UFC fighter, and I feel like she's reinvigorating because, like, if you haven't noticed, UFC's kind of dying down a little bit.
Yeah, they had their run, like they had where they started to get big with like Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz.
I'd say from like 2010 to like late 2013 is when it was like that's the peak.
Oh, that was the peak. Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
I remember we were over at your place all the time. We always ordered the pay-per-view. We were here all the time watching it. Then again, that's where on the superstars where everyone's like retired now.
Yeah, and it's like now, it's like they needed something, and they got Ronda Rousey and they got Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Those two are now the face.
Gina Carano?
She just retired. Yeah. She wants to focus on movies.
I agree. Well, she's not a great actress, but she's still making money though.
Yeah.
Whatever. She's in Deadpool.
Is she?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ronda and Conor McGregor. I'm gonna put them in the thing together because they are the UFC now.
Basically, it's like they're the highlight of everything. Like if you want to watch a UFC card, if they're not in it, it's pretty much gonna be like, eh.
Yeah, if you're not a hardcore MMA UFC fan like me, it's very hard to hype a Fabrice Verdum title fight, a Rafael Dos Anjos title fight. Like it's very hard to hype that to a non MMA UFC hardcore person like myself. So like Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor, they sell themselves.
They do, because they're like superior athletes.
Yeah, Conor does it with his mouth. He sells, like, he doesn't even have to, like, if he could be one of the shittiest fighters in the world and just sell it with his mouth, but then he backs it up and he just knocks everyone out.
I feel like Clay Guida was the same. He wasn't like the best fighter, but they were always entertaining.
Yeah, oh yeah, Clay Guida.
Every fighter has like their own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Clay Guida was... I've never seen a boring Clay Guida. Actually, there's one boring fight that just popped in my head. But yeah, actually, he's kind of gotten more boring as it came along, but in his prime...
From like 2010, 2013.
Yeah, he was
pretty
really
much
exciting.
All of his fights were really good.
Yeah.
Which he lost most of them.
Yeah. But no one could like knock that guy out or anything. He was just
man. Oh my god, it was a punching bag.
But I want to make this statement. It is very early. It is very controversial. But Ronda Rousey is the greatest MMA fighter of all time. I want to make that statement.
I'd give her like 5 years.
I have never seen... I never got to live in the era of Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, as amazing as that era would have been to live in.
I wish, man.
This is the modern day... Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor are the modern day Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. Conor McGregor still has to beat Jose Aldo. Once he does that, I think we can start putting him in that category, but he's just about there.
Yeah. What's his record right now?
I believe he is like 19-2, and he lost 2 fights like early on in his career. He's on like a huge winning streak, and he's just like literally has won every fight by knockout in the UFC. He's like 6-0 in the UFC with 6 knockouts. That's fucking crazy. And Ronda is 11 or 12-0 with all finishes.
I think she's 12-0 now.
Yeah. All finishes. Only 1 fight not finishing in the first round. No one even comes close to her.
She's in her prime right now. She's almost in her 30s. I think she has like maybe 4 or 5 years left in her.
Yeah, I honestly think even when she gets out, I think she's gonna retire undefeated.
Oh, for sure.
Just like she's
Floyd Mayweather.
It's funny to compare them because she hates Floyd Mayweather. They kind of have a beef going on, and they're different. Blah blah blah. But Floyd's, I don't see Floyd not retiring undefeated, whether he does 1 or 2 more fights. And I think Ronda's going to retire undefeated as well.
Yeah.
I just don't see anyone beating her ever.
It's kind of tough, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not... I don't want to sound like misogynistic or anything, but she doesn't have much of a competition.
Yeah. Oh no, she doesn't. There's literally, if you look at that entire division, she's beat everyone at least once.
Yeah.
It's just like they need something new in that division. But
you need to look for like some Asian. I don't want to sound racist. Some like go to like an Asian country, like Thailand, where they actually do crazy Muay Thai, and find somewhere there. I want to like see an exciting fight with her. I want to see a fight go like a full 5 rounds.
Yeah, back and forth.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like
I think that would make UFC history. I think that would sell a lot of pay-per-views.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I actually wasn't gonna say anything. I don't know why I said and. Yeah, I love Ronda Rousey and I love Conor McGregor. I'm really happy to live in the era of them.
Yep. On our last thing, we had Dr. Dre announcing, not Detox. He officially announced that he's not doing Detox anymore because he feels like it'll never be good enough.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre are producing a biopic of their lives during when they were in the NWA called Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Starring Ice Cube's son and a bunch of like no-name actors, but I'm hearing really good stuff coming from it.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
For those of you that don't know, there's Apple Music is out right now. It's like the new streaming thing, and Dr. Dre has his own radio show.
Yeah.
And he's officially announced that he's having an album come out called Compton, the Soundtrack.
August 7th.
I'm so excited. Brandon tweeted this out to me yesterday. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the track list.
When I read that it was happening, I was like, what? Because the time that I got into music, Dr. Dre was just a legend. Like, he was just kind of like
it's like a myth.
Just like his era had just ended.
Yeah.
And like you listen to his music, it's like, wow, this is amazing music. But I never got to live in the era of a Dr. Dre project.
Now it's like his last curtain call.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, he produced the entire album.
I believe so.
That's what I'm excited for. I haven't heard a Dr. Dre beat in maybe 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm so freaking excited for this. Highlight on this album, you probably don't know who this is.
Yeah, no, you said.
King Mez. I used to listen to this kid a long time ago. And that now
really
that he's hooking up
that's really cool
with Dr. Dre, like, that's amazing. This guy really recognizes talent. I don't know why I stopped listening to him. He probably just stopped releasing stuff or something.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is on there. I think it's like 2 or 3 songs. Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Game,
Eminem,
Marja
Ambrosius,
BJ the Chicago Kid.
Yep.
This is gonna be an amazing album.
And I'm pretty sure that Game song is just the Game. Like, and
it's just the Game. John Connor as well.
Yeah, Dr. Dre's not on that song. No. So that's really, I like that because I like albums where they do that. Like Chance's album where not every song Chance was on it.
That's his team though.
Yeah.
Surface's band.
Yeah. Yeah, the Social Experiment.
A lot of rappers do that though.
Yeah, I really like.
Drake did the Kendrick Lamar interlude.
Yeah, I think that's when it really started. Was when Drake did the Kendrick Lamar interlude.
And then Drake did the Party Next Door Wednesday night thing. Yeah, his mixtape, which I love that song.
Yeah. It shows me that you're confident enough in your work.
Yeah.
To know that this album, I've done enough.
Yeah.
That I'm comfortable enough to put this song and not make up some stupid verse to be on the song.
It makes me really happy because I feel like Game hasn't released something really good in a long time.
Been a long time. The Red album.
Because I feel like the problem with the Game, like, I don't mean to sound like I'm a dick to him, but I feel like he's like one of the fakest people in rap.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because like, whenever a famous person comes up, not famous, like a really popular rapper comes out, he has to make a song with them. Rich Homie Quan comes out, he has to make a song.
Oh yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's coming out, I have to make a song with him.
Yeah.
Drake's out, I have to have a single with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like his albums sound like every single song on his album's a feature.
Yeah.
There's no authenticity in that.
Yeah. That's to quickly go back to the Meek thing. That just reminded me of something. Meek album the features were better than him.
I completely agree. The Weeknd song,
The Weeknd.
That's a Weeknd song.
Drake's.
Rico.
Whether Drake wrote it or not.
I don't care.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
it was a way better verse than Meek's verse.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, everyone that was featured on that album had a better verse than Meek.
Chris Brown sounded better. Chris Brown sounded better on the song than Meek did.
Anyways, back to the Dr. Dre album. Compton.
Yeah.
The artwork is really cool.
Yeah.
The reverse look at the Compton sign.
Is that an actual thing? I thought it was just a Hollywood thing and just photoshopped.
I honestly don't know.
Regardless,
it looks sick.
Yeah.
If you know, like, if they have those signs all... Because it would actually, like... It wouldn't not make sense for that to be a real thing, like in LA, where they do that for every city.
Yeah.
But I've only seen it in Hollywood. Yeah, I've only seen that.
It could be like an American thing. We're like, we're not American. If you're listening to this, we're Canadian dudes. Like... Alpha Ray Bud? That's all we know. Like, we don't really know anything. That's gonna be our first for your consideration.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
We're gonna go. It comes out on Friday, so we're gonna hopefully do something next week.
Yeah. I'm gonna be away next Sunday.
So I'm riding solo with my. For those of you that are wondering why there's no True Detective this week, I've decided to push it back and kind of do like a double review and an overview of the entire season.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would make no sense for us just to do one episode and then continue with this.
I was thinking about. I'm gonna send you some notes.
Okay.
Of what I think.
Okay. Sounds good. And then that way it's easier, and then I could do an entire podcast just doing the season.
Yeah.
And as far as future podcasts, we're gonna have a review coming for Mission Impossible and Vacation next week.
Yep.
Double review. Excited for that.
Yeah, both have been getting amazing reviews and both look really awesome in their own ways.
So look out for those podcasts. I don't know.
Well, probably. I haven't talked to you about this. Just a suggestion right now. We should probably do a podcast on not this Tuesday, next Tuesday of Fantastic Four, and do like after we're done reviewing that, your consideration review the Compton album.
I'm down. That makes sense because then we'll have like a full week to listen to it and kind of.
Yeah, digest it.
Consume all the lyrics and beats and everything, song structure.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Alright.
I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, Tuesday, we'll also have the Deadpool trailer.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
We'll review that. I'm excited for that, because apparently it's really good.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the end of the podcast. This is not Three Guys in a Basement.
Not anymore. This is...
Cyber Showcase. It's a mouthful, but we'll learn.
I for some reason I want to say Sonic Showcase. I don't know why.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Cyber Showcase.
I'm Mickey.
I'm Brandon.
Until next time.
Peace.